I'm calling it lipstick.
No, well, it was my lipstick. I was just saying, it looked like I had on some blush.
Oh, wait a minute. I think it's gonna be like that.
Yeah, he did. That's why, yeah.
I should have ate all them now laters. My stomach hurt. I'd say here, Lynn, I'd say here and gobble down a whole pack of now laters. Wait one in the car. Just greedy.
And the yellow ones at that.
Yes, banana.
Okay, hey, Kelly. Hey, everybody.
Hey, Lynn. Hey, Leonard.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I wish I could have been there. You know, I had a flat tire, and the leadership up under now, you know, usually would have let you out, go handle that, and come on back to work. But who I'm under now, that didn't even happen. So, yeah, you know, I'm here, virtual though.
Okay, so we went live without doing our intro or anything. So do you mind introducing yourself to the audience so they'll know who you are?
No, I don't. What's up, audience members? My name is Lynn Swan. I'm a product of Detroit. I'm here to talk to Detroit, which is you guys beyond whoever's here in the audience. I'm here to chat it up on Live Talk Giggle Radio.
All right, Live Talk Giggle. So Lynn, give us just a little bit about yourself so that we know you're Lynn Twan from Detroit. What's your field of expertise? What do you?
So my field of expertise is people. I'm a people person. This camera's kind of whack. Okay, there we go. I'm a people person. Yeah. My field is people, finding out people, talking to people, learning people, giving people who I am. Otherwise, when it comes to other aspects of facets in life, you know, it's computers, it's me, it's and even with computers and it's me, it comes down to even using these objects is still finding out people, learning people, talking to people, communicating with people. So it's learning people, learning objects in life, how to use life, trying to take advantage of life. And that's pretty much me, you know. Hey. Yes, yes. You can find me on the beats, on the streets of downtown Detroit, you know, in Detroit, all around, 7 Mile, you know, hey.
That scooter?
Yeah. What's that?
Still be on that scooter?
Oh, you know it. You know it's cool. Yeah.
Lynn, do you have a Facebook or Instagram or anything?
I have a Facebook. I have a Facebook that's Twin Lynn. You can catch me there. That's TWINLYNN. I do have Instagram, but it's pretty dormant. I'm much more on Facebook if I am. You can catch me there anywhere else. You can find me at Developing Kids, you know, volunteering my time in Detroit. That's Don Bosco Hall. So come to Don Bosco Hall. They just service everything in Detroit. So you can find me there if you need any help with anything. And that's me, you know.
Developing Kids.
Yeah, well, Developing Kids is the specific agency I'm with, but Don Bosco Hall, they're a hub on West Chicago, near Evergreen. They have plenty of nonprofit agencies there for the community, so you can get all kind of help there, but specifically Developing Kids is for ages 5 to 18 years old, and we help with family management, at-risk youth, try to get their lives on track. Even when we do get their lives on track and they graduate high school, we still follow up and mentor them through college and things of that nature. Even if they don't choose to go to college, jobs, you know, that way the community and adapt. You know, that way they're pumping through community just like I am and everybody else is.
What is the definition of family management? What is that?
Family management is, I did have some literature for you. I can pull that up for you. And I can give you that. I wish I could have shared my screen. That would have been awesome. I don't know why I didn't get with you beforehand to do that, but that's fine.
I wouldn't know how to do it. Right. The engineer would have faked it, though.
That's okay. That's all right. That's okay. That's what I wish I was there. You know, I'm good with technology. I could have helped with that. Let's see. Family management. Let me read this off to you. It is family management is to provide advocacy, support, parenting, support sessions, mental health, wellness, and family fun nights. That is family management with developing kids. So we cover all those aspects in family management. Other things we do youth development. The youth development would be providing workshops, including mental health and wellness, college readiness, academic enrichment, and we also do life skills and more.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you say we, are you on the board, or is that a foundation or organization 501c3 that you created or helped create? What is the background on that?
I am. I say we because I am the board. And, of course, with any 501c3, the board is the spearhead of the agency. There's a CEO and president of every nonprofit, but you have a board of directors that helps carry out the mission ethically. You know what I'm saying? This way, you can't just have a president or CEO just step in and do what they want to do. They can't just come in and turn a church into a McDonald's. The board is this. That board is there to make sure that you still continue to operate as a church ethically. So that's why I say we, because it's a board of 12 collected individuals that come together with their thoughts monthly, and we make sure that the CEO and president is on a direct mission to cover the nonprofit. And even if the CEO or president goes missing for whatever reason, leave or something happens or whatever, God forbid, the board should be able to run that agency without the CEO president there till they find another leader for that agency. So that's why I say we.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Awesome. How long have you been with that agency?
16 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so if anybody is watching in the audience, if you are a West Side member, we're going to branch out to other areas of Detroit soon. We're looking for other locations, but if you're listening and you're on the West Side of Detroit, check out Don Bosco Hall Developing Kids, and you can go there and see free community activities and enrichment workshops to help you and your family. And a lot of everything is free for the community.
Okay, but only for West Side. So if you're on the East Side and could get to Don Bosco Hall, would you still be able to participate?
Yes, you are allowed to step in and fill out the application, get on the wait list. Preferences will be given to those that are in the zip code because we operate by zip code. But we do not discriminate by where you live. It's just we have to give preference to the community that we are in first. We don't want people coming from Oakland County coming in trying to take over preference of what we need done in the city of Detroit in the Cody Rouge area. You know what I'm saying? So we have to make sure those Cody Rouge kids are taken care of first before we get anybody else that's more privileged to step in and try to receive help.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can stop.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So look, you and I had talked earlier, and you gave us some questions that we could
yes.
So can we delve into some of those questions?
I want to
talk about number.
We can do that, most definitely.
Number 2 was being hit on in the public. No, go ahead.
Yes, that's a great question. I thought of some of those things off the top of my head, and some things that some people need to know. I'll give an example of that because one day I was grocery shopping. And this one dude, as I was exiting the grocery store, he was like, "Oh man, damn, he fine as hell. Look at him, And I turned around and I looked. I'm like, "Who's he talking to?" Of course, he was talking to me. It was a grocery store full of people shopping, so apparently he wasn't embarrassing anything. He was a man of an older stature. He had to be probably in his mid-40s, maybe. And of course, to me, I say hitting on by DL guys, it looked like he was a ex-con or whatnot, and for some reason that's what I tend to attract. But one moment.
Look, he's like, wait a minute. So, like, what kind of men you attract?
Me, a variety.
What about you?
Mostly young guys.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, what's young? 20?
30, 25, 20.
Yeah. You know what I attract
just
lately?
Not interested what?
Women. I done had so many chicks hit on me lately. I'm like, really?
That's the thing. Yeah.
Is it? Mm-hmm. But they like young girls.
Yeah, like, I told you I had a young girl hit on me.
This?
Real cute girl too.
I ain't no sugar mama.
No, that just, I mean, it's just so natural now.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
But it's not even like they feel you out now. It used to be they kind of feel you out to see if you open. Now it's just like
They just
head
go
on,
forward.
straight into it. You like,
They just as aggressive as the men.
Yeah.
I told you the girl was trying to get me to leave the bar with her, but I didn't. I wasn't rude, like I don't,
right.
but I didn't want to be that way. But I was just like, Sharon, well, we had to go out the side door.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I found it. I'm just being honest.
Like,
It's been interesting. I'm like, I said, do I have a vibe going on? What's going on?
There's just so many women out here just go that way.
Yep.
I'm
Young girls
young
not ashamed to
girls.
And then
express
when
it.
I-
They
no,
not ashamed
then
to
I-
express
she's
it.
like, I've been gay since I was 14.
But I knew
was
a
like,
girl.
well,
But
that's what I said. But
I
was
knew
like,
a
okay.
girl that she
Yeah.
says when she's bi. She says when she's with a man, she's with a man, and when she's with a woman, she's with a woman.
My mentor is like that. When he's with a man, he's with a man. When he's with a woman, he's
But then
with
I had a
woman.
girlfriend that I went to school with, pretty girl.
Yeah.
And she's always
Really
had
cleaning his face. You know,
she's
he gotta be
always
cute.
she's always had men,
Yes, sir.
had like cute little girls. And she said she knew she was gay at 10. She knew.
10.
And I'm like, she said she
Okay.
always knew. And I'm like, but you've always been with a man. You've been married and everything. She said she just knew at a young age.
I don't.
And I'm
I
just
didn't
like,
even know anything.
and
sexually
back
at
then
10
going to
years
school, we
old.
really didn't. That wasn't like really,
I was just talking to somebody today about that, and we were talking about the church and the relationships. And John McCarthy, I don't know if y'all listen to John McCarthy. He's out of Florida. I've been listening to him for about 15 plus years. And he says in his church, he's got a huge church, and he was saying in his church they follow scripture. So you will not be in a role in the church and be outside of scripture. You're welcome to come to church and learn the doctrines of the Bible and stuff, but he will not put you in a position if you put out there that that's your sexual orientation.
Oh, wow.
And he said, if you don't like it, you are welcome to join one of the other million churches out there and take your tithes with you. And when I tell you, he's got a huge church. Look him up. He got a huge church. Oh, white guy. He was,
But I think that there's a lot of churches out there that's like that.
Well, I just think you should follow doctrine. So I agree with him. Do not pick and choose. You need to follow the whole thing, or you don't follow it all. You can't pick and choose. Because that would be nice if we could, because I could pick out some things that would really support me. But I don't know. So,
yeah, it's rough out here.
It is rough out here. And you know what's other? Because I'm interested. The reason why that question brought, because he said being hit on in public by DL download guys. And that's interesting to me because, I can't tell. I'm just being honest. Unless you slam me in, I can't pick it up.
But most women can't tell. That's how they get fooled.
Yeah, that's got to be it.
Think about Stella.
Who was Stella?
God, I grew back.
I never saw that.
He was gay.
No, she's talking about the author, Terry McMillan.
But the movie, Stella got her groove back and play. But
so that was the movie?
This young guy came.
He wasn't gay in the movie?
No, he wasn't gay in the movie. But she fell in love with a younger guy, and she brought him back to the United States, and they got married. She must have been like maybe 20 some years older than him. And after years of being married, she found out he was gay. And she was really like...
He's gay or bisexual?
Gay.
Oh, that's real bad.
And she was really bitter about it. She was very bitter about it.
Because, my issue on that one is the disease that can be opened up to you. And not that all gay men are unprotected, but most down low gay from counseling years and
then when she got a divorce, he wanted all her money. It was an ugly divorce.
Well, that just goes back to the guy who, when download first became a thing that people talked about, J.L. King, who wrote the book. Remember him? He was a bald-headed black man, and his wife wrote books as well, and they talked about how she discovered that he was down low. She came home and called him in the bed with
I
another
thought that was a movie.
No, this is real.
This is
real.
Really
this is what really.
But did they make a movie off of that?
It's several movies based off of that.
Yeah, it was
a movie called Undercover. It's several movies that came off of that. But what I'm saying is, he actually wrote a book and told women how to see if men were down low.
Really?
These are the signs. These are, if he got a homeboy that he can't seem to separate from.
Oh yeah, no,
that's a problem.
Yeah, my mentor told me about that.
Yes,
he told me about those men trips every year. The same year, they they homeboys.
2 or
We go
3,
to
4.
trip.
Yep. Mhm.
Every year we go, and it's like they can't be changed. Or when they go out with their relationships, like if you're both married and they do family trips, and you have to do a family trip, and then the two husbands disappear. Let me tell you,
I read a book like that.
He always tells me about
Just
that
like the
kind of
movie
stuff.
Brokeback Mountain.
I never saw that.
And but the wife knew. So
Oh.
she kind of did, because you know he would go on a trip too, and she said, fishing, you just never came home with no fish. You never. And she said you never came home.
Yeah, but
with,
she didn't say that until years later.
yeah.
Wow. Him and that guy had already been in an affair for years.
You know, just want she didn't want to. You know, just didn't want to face it to see it. You know how you think something, but you kind of put it behind you, and then you know she even saw she caught them kissing.
She didn't say nothing.
She didn't say nothing.
Oh no, they weren't having relations.
Yes, they were. They had kids and everything.
After she knew,
he married too. He married and had kids. And the bad thing when she confronted him, he wanted to fight her. Yeah, he got
they
mad.
Were cowboys.
You know, he was really mad. He was mad about that. Yeah. And she was like, "You just never home." And she used to put
he want to fight her, physically fight her.
I mean, he got angry. You know,
because she didn't want him to put him out there.
In denial.
You know,
He in denial.
He's mad.
So you got dick in your ass and you deny that it's there? No, it's not there.
Not gonna admit it.
Kind of fuck him.
Yeah, but she ended up getting with somebody else. But yeah, she was just like, you just never. All those fishing trips, you just never. I'm not with no fish.
Open enough, just personally, to be.
Leah,
he had a situation.
Where you at? Get your butt back on camera.
I'm not open enough for that. To be with a bisexual man.
Me either.
That's just me.
Well, a lot of them won't even come out and tell you that though.
That's probably why they hear me say stuff like I'm not open to that.
A lot of them won't tell you that they're bisexual, but then there are some now who will tell you.
I would prefer you tell me because you give me a choice. But when you don't tell me, exactly. Now I'm angry.
Yeah, I'm angry because you decided for me.
Right, you just took that away.
I had a dating profile set up, and I had a guy come in my inbox, and when I looked at his profile, he openly said he was bisexual. I was like, oh, okay, I'm good, bro. But
I respect that. I 100. Hey, do the way you do.
Hey, he's back.
Hey, Liz.
Yeah, sorry, we had some production issues, y'all. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
That's okay. We was
in here. Yes, but where I left off at, I'm sorry to interrupt y'all where y'all were. We were discussing relationship issues. Well, we wasn't discussing relationship issues. I began talking about them, and
that's what we picked up on. We were talking about
exactly. And for me, being a homosexual male, finding external relationships outside of a dating app or whatever is really not prevalent. So, sometimes I'm hit on in grocery stores by men, and it seems like I only attract ex-cons or whatnot, because those are the type, I guess they get out of prison and they feel, hey, that's what they want. Sometimes they do come after you, with no remorse. But so that's some of the issues that I have as far as, trying to find a date, or that's what I go through. Not even when I'm looking for somebody. That's just what happens to me. And I turn around and I'm like, whoa, okay, he was not playing, And so as far as having a relationship or trying to conduct a relationship, that's what I go through. When it comes to
a question, when you call them down low, are you saying that they're either bisexual and that they're hiding their homosexuality or their bisexuality?
Well, it don't necessarily mean that they're hiding it. It's just some of them don't wear it on their sleeve. You may ask them and they may tell you if you ask them, but sometimes, they may just be who they are. They just don't feel that they need to have a drum and a horn, run around saying, hey, I'm gay. Hey, I'm gay. Hey, so that's
right.
not
respect that, sure. But I guess confused because in the term that we think as females, when we think of down low, we think of men who are bisexual that are not telling you that they're bisexual. So for us, it's an issue for some of us who are not open to that. I'm not open to being with a bisexual man.
Yeah, you should be,
so I definitely don't want to have to be worried about what male you're looking at. So me, that's just my preference. So I want you to tell me, when I meet you that you're bisexual so I can make a decision. So when I think of down low as a counselor and then from other perspectives just in life, I think of men who hide their bisexuality from females and they engage in relationships, even having children, but they're still doing risky behavior, and they're
Yes.
endangering, my opinion, they're endangering the female partner because she's either, like Yvonne said, they know and don't admit to knowing, or they just be in a cloud and just really just don't know.
Well,
So
that goes back to men and women can meet down low, not just men. That goes to back to how some parents want their children to do those three things in life that they're supposed to do in stone. They're supposed to get married, have kids, and run off and live life. So some people feel if they don't like the opposite sex, they have to put on a face for that matter, just to have life go on, but still eat their cake and ice cream behind the scenes too. So that's what I consider down low. Someone that I won't necessarily bisexual, just someone that's trying to please society with one face and the other face they're doing what they want to do for them. So that's why you have these celebrities that come out. Let's say Bruce Jenner. I don't want to say old as far as his age, but look how late in life he decided to come out and be himself. But before then, he chose to live his life pleasing people, being with these Jenner Kardashian girls. And all along, he just wanted to break out in his two-piece women's suit, So he wasted his whole life going to do what he wanted to do, but he did what society wanted him to do. So I call DL that, someone that wants to please society or their mom and their pops, and then they want to do what they want to do later.
But I knew though.
But I look at that situation a little different because he necessarily did not want to date another man or woman. He wanted to be a woman.
Because he still dating.
Yes.
He wanted to be a woman. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
He was like that because he used to cross dress. She knew that.
He used to dress
behind the door,
put women clothes
the
on in the house.
Yeah, so she knew he was like that.
She had to.
That's why when he came out, she never said
it wasn't
she was
a real,
surprised,
it wasn't
and
a real
no
shock
big deal to her because she already knew.
Oh.
Yeah,
She's been married to that man all the many years. She knew. She knew.
Yes, exactly.
And even Kim Kardashian talked about when they were younger and stuff, seeing him in different outfits.
Wow.
Yeah, she knew and he knew, and they probably stayed together just for the sake of the children. See, once again, they're having to please somebody else, so they stayed together to put that face on for the kids. But they probably had their own relationships outside the house. She probably had a man somewhere, and he probably had a man somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And they just.
I thought he said he didn't like men.
Right?
He
don't date men. He dates.
He said he's never been with a man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's. I'm just going to
that's
tell
what he said. He don't want to be with.
Yeah.
Well, come on.
Hey, there are people that do as such, so I won't cut that
out. He still has not even had the surgery.
Right. He still
has a penis.
Because he can't not have a penis and be with women. He still,
There are pansexual people out here, so we didn't even say he lying because he probably do. I can see him laying down with a woman dressed up as a woman. I see some other woman liking that. You know what I'm saying? So
to each their own, as long as they stay on that side.
Right.
My question for you: when you're out and about and these men hit on you, do you sometimes take them up for that? Do you date them? Do you exchange numbers?
If they look interesting, I may give up a number and then keep it moving. But a lot of times, I don't, because they're not my type or whatever. Or sometimes I'm just not paying attention and it doesn't catch me. A lot of times I'm out with my friend and she's like, "Ooh, bitch, you don't see him checking you out?" Then I'm like, no. Number one, I'm blind as hell, so I can't see. So number two, I'm not paying attention. I'm usually doing something. But
what's your type of man that you look for?
Just one that's what they are, what you just said, a man. I don't want anybody flamboyant, and he doesn't have to be super aggressive. Just be what you are, dress as you are, and just act as you are. Don't be fake. You ain't got to be too real, whatever that seems like. Just be you. Hey, that's my type right there.
Right.
Want you to be
right.
Yeah. So yes.
Okay. But we're gonna take a little break right now, Lynn. Give me one second.
Perfect.
You're watching Wjzz Cool TV, coolest station in the world. Watching Laugh Talk Giggle. You can watch us on Facebook, Twitter Live, and YouTube. Please share, subscribe, comment, Okay.
And like.
Yep, and like. We're back.
Yeah, we don't actually go anywhere.
That's
right. Commercials
Pretend
come
it's a
on.
commercial.
Yeah.
Right. But you can still see us,
Right.
right?
We still.
Gotta pay the bills. That's right.
Yes.
Okay, so what about the age differences, like the spring and was it spring, winter, spring, fall relationships, older men,
Yeah,
younger?
exactly. Now I know I put in one of the questions to you. I put low. Did I put a low income and middle class in
We
there?
ain't talking about no income. We got to talk about money.
Lord.
Was that a different question or was that the same question? I'm not looking at what I gave you. But anyhow, the age difference, I had, with me being 42, it seems like I'm getting hit on by all the younger generation. But then when I was younger, I got hit on by older people. And it's like, as much as I tried to avoid that, it's like, it's so inevitable. It's like, that's what's hitting on me. And I wouldn't call it a financial thing. You just have people that like older people when you're younger, or when you're younger, when you're older, you like younger people. Now that kind of gets me there when you're older, like younger, because you can't go too far young. But when you're older, when I was like 20-something years old, I would love to see a 35, 40-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? Just to see a fully developed individual is what I like to see when you're younger. You want to see facial features that's fully developed and everything else. Now, when you're older and you want to see body parts that's looking babyish, now that's kind of weird right there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For women too.
Yeah, like I'm sleeping with
I want to see nobody with
like
little bitty hands.
with a little kid.
Short, and this is for me because I'm 5'8". So when you touch like little guys, they have little bitty hands. I feel like I'm the mom. So I'm like, I can't walk with you. Considering my sons are all 6 feet and up, I can't.
It's not
Yeah, and it's not their fault. Right. It's nothing they can do. Like they don't have no facial hair.
Right.
And they got, like,
no, that's a no. I know. Yuck. Yes.
Well, man, what is the oldest that you've ever dated?
The youngest I will go. Well, when I was younger, the oldest I dated was like about 45.
Okay.
And that depends on how youthful you make yourself look. I went older as far as gray hair, but 45 I think was the oldest. As far as me being this age now and dating younger, I can't date nobody 10 to 15 years younger. Like I would say 30, maybe 28 would be my cutoff point. And that's right there. That wouldn't be in the hopes of having a relationship or anything. That's just having fun or having fun. But as far as a relationship, right.
What do you have in common outside of sex?
Yeah. So it depends on the age what you can go for. As far as me, somebody that's in their late 20s, we're just gonna have fun. If you're in your early 30s, late 30s, you probably can develop something. But yeah, the older you are, the better you'll get your relationship. Yeah.
Somebody recently told me, because they had asked me that question, and they say, "So what do you want? Grape juice or wine?" And it just made so much sense because I was like, I ain't nobody dating no 60-year-old man. He's like, what do you want? Grape juice or wine? Because you with both of them comes something. With grape juice, you get all the sweets and it's all fattening, but it's no substance to it. Mm-hmm. You got wine, it's something that you can, it's been saved, it's the aroma. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, that's really an interesting concept.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful with them older ones though.
So Lynn, what is the longest relationship that you have been in?
Oh, when I was 23, I was in a 10-year relationship from 23 to 33. That was with a high school friend. Mm-hmm. How I met him, my brother was buying a cell phone from some guy. I guess he knew he was a gay guy, so he sent me, of course. And I went to go take it to the guy, and somehow me and that guy instantly had clicked like that. So that went 10 years. This dude ended up, I didn't even know he was what he was making money doing, but he ended up going to prison. And then that's when I decided to say, hey, I need to do something in my life. So that's when I went to college and stuff and got me a degree in it, whatnot, and got my life to go. And now he's been out. As soon as he got out, of course, when they get out, they ain't thinking about you. I don't care how many letters you get in the mail or whatever, how many phone calls, they ain't thinking about you no more. So I'm glad that I had got my life on track, because had I not, what we were doing was that little lovey-dovey thing couples do where you think it's cute that you together all day and not doing shit. That's not love. That's love. Right, exactly. A relationship is when y'all trying to build together. You're trying to buy mortgages and properties together and grow together. So thank God that we were just playing at the age of 23. And by the time he did his 10 years, I had already went to school and got on a different damn track. So it didn't bother me that he wanted somebody else. So I was like, hey, it is what it is. But that was a 10-year, and that's why I'm into being single now, because those years I should have been single instead of lovey-dovey and playing house. But I'm doing that now. So I'm fine. Now COVID has screwed that up. I do have a little love bug on the side, but as far as I used to go out and do everything, travel and go to other bars and things. I haven't done any of that since COVID, so I wish I could.
Okay.
Do you believe in the marriage concept in any form, in regular homosexual and non-homosexual relationships?
Only if they have a financial benefit for you. If they don't have any spousal support or any what's the other stuff you get, alimony and things, ain't no sense of me wasting my time getting married, because we can do the same thing that we're doing not married. But the only benefit we're looking for about getting married is that name change, and you want some support when you are not together, spousal support and all of that. So that's it.
Well, I agree.
So
It's
no.
just a social construct. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, now the way things are set up, a lot of the things, remember, I think we talked about where you could add the person onto your benefits.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then you don't even have to be married now. You like, they can be a beneficiary on your insurance and different things like that now. The spousal support.
But
and
they
stuff.
can do that though. Add anybody to
But
policy.
I guess you never think about it because I was married for so long. It was just a natural
Right.
thing. But then
To
when
add
I
your
got
spouse.
divorced, I was like, well, I could add other
Because I had
people
a
on
boyfriend
here.
add me to his policy. Done. I just
That
look at
ain't
it.
no, add me, please. Anybody want to put me on their policy, I can give you the spelling of my name.
I mean, I would,
That's right.
but
So do you regret being married?
Boyfriend.
Right. I
Girlfriend.
actually do.
Okay.
I got married so young, and I was married for a really, really long time. And marriage was good for me because it taught me how to stay within the constraints of the boundaries and stuff placed on relationships, because I'm a rule person. So if I was not married, I would have probably had a lot of different experiences that I don't have now. And a lot of my friends talk about the dating experiences they have, one night stands, all that kind of stuff. None of that I've never done. And I'm
Yeah.
kind of glad now, because when I look at it, for me, it doesn't work for me. I'm not saying it doesn't work for somebody else. I'm glad everybody has their own experiences and things that they've done. But being single for me gave me a different type of independence. Even though I thought I was independent when I was married, it's a total different thing being
Yes, it
single,
is.
living on your
Yes,
own.
it is.
Because I never
Yeah.
lived on my own. I went from my mom's house straight into being married. So I
Okay.
was married for 20 years. So that's a long time
Yes, it
to be
is.
married.
yeah, so being by yourself, you have to learn how to be by yourself and not have that connection of a husband.
Yeah, Kelly, that's right.
That's the
And
backbone.
a lot of people can't do that, because I
Yeah.
remember one lady was saying she's always had a man, she's never been by herself,
Yeah.
and that was going to be a challenge for her, due to her always having a man, being living with
You
somebody.
gotta do what you gotta do.
You know.
And
You
it
gotta
is,
make it work. You
yeah,
gotta do what
you
gotta-
do.
it'll make
It was
you-
a total
force you
different
to do what you gotta
experience.
do.
I will say that, and it is. You're so used,
Yeah,
because I never thought about certain things. Like, I have people who, like, when I was married, they were like in fear of losing their jobs or income changes. It just never bothered me because I knew he had a job. So it was that backup. Now I'd be like, oh, I can't. I can't let this mouth pop off the way it might want to pop off, because ain't no man at home
Yep.
now
Right.
to do that for me.
you gotta think differently.
Yeah, it does. It
And
makes
you
you.
have to do you do your whole your
But see, it
schedule,
was
your
different when I got
changes.
married because I had already been single
Oh, you were
for
single
some
before you
time.
got
I was
married.
single before I got married. I was already a mom.
Okay.
So I was very independent.
Okay.
So I went into it like, okay, I can handle my business. If he go tomorrow, I'm good.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
know.
I
So-
thought I was independent when I got married, even though because I always thought that it was just, I'm the only child. So I always kind of thought, I mean, my mother worked 2 jobs. I was always taking care of the house and stuff. And I did know a lot of that stuff. And when we broke up, it was so funny because he didn't know how to balance a checkbook, all kinds of things. Because I did everything. I was doing the finances, taking care of the house. Plus I worked. And, we took care of the kids together. He did most of the rearing when they were little, because I'm not that, I'm not real good with, like, oh, you're so cute and you're so great, I feel like, get up and go. I'm not that nurturing type parent.
And a lot of people that are married don't think that think of the future, that sometimes if this don't work out, what do I do? A lot of people don't think for the long
I did too.
haul.
I've been married twice.
A lot of people don't think of, don't prepare themselves.
Hoping for another chance.
So to me, I just think it's open any type of relationship, marriage. When you go in, and just always remember, take care of yourself, learn how to be independent. Still got to learn how to be independent.
Yeah,
because you never know what happens.
You should already be.
Funny. Me and my ex-husband used to always talk about when we get divorced. Because it was always me. Because his plan to grow old was to live on a farm and do some stuff. I was like, no, that's not me. So we used to say, when we get divorced, and he's like, when we get divorced, we still gonna be, we still gonna have sex and stuff until I let you find somebody else, and we gonna be friends. None of that. When we got divorced, he ain't talked to me since we've been divorced. I don't know because I initiated or what. It's because
some men be bitter about that.
He has not. When I tell you he don't talk to me, he can walk down the street and look at me and he'd be like,
So just my baby mama.
Lean, in the future, do you ever think that you would ever want to be in a long-term relationship?
You gonna give up?
I do want to be in one, but I would prefer they have their own everything, their own home and their own vehicle, because I like laying out like a starfish in the bed. That is so comfortable to me. Yeah, I would, but they have to have their own, and that's fine. Yeah.
But don't you think at this age, though, they should already have their own? We're in our 40s now. So it's different. And I tell people all the time, when you date when you're older, it's different. By now, you should be established. Yes. You're not starting out dating. You're in a certain age now. You're thinking about retirement and things like that coming down the line. So you're already working towards financial stability. You should already have your own place. You should already have your own car. You should need things that you have. You should be on your job for a while. So,
and I think
you're looking for that.
We as people make the mistake sometimes when we meet people. We already know what we want, but people lack things. Like, say, for instance, you might meet somebody and they, I'm trying to get my own place, but I'm living with my mother. So we kind of like
in the 40s.
Girl,
that's what my ex is, in the basement at 45.
And see, that's something for me. I'd be like, I'm not even about to get into that, because I don't have the time to build a man. I did that before when I was younger.
Things do happen, though. Things do happen. I will say that things do happen, because I had a situation where I had to go live with my father for a few months in my 40s, but I was rebuilding.
Yeah.
So I had to go there temporarily. Now, if I would have stayed there for some years, that would have been a problem. But I was there for a few months.
That's something different. That's something different.
You didn't even move in.
No,
that's something different.
You don't pack your bags.
If I know somebody and that's what they were going
I know,
I can understand.
But no, I know people that have been with their parents or lived with their mom for like a couple of years. That's a problem.
Oh, no.
Like, why you still at home?
Yes.
But
yes, this is true. And then you have COVID that's here out. COVID has destroyed a lot of people's
lives. It really has. So
it made a lot of people rich, though.
But and the thing is with the COVID, it's just like I thought we was gonna get through this. It just don't seem like we gonna get through
that
it.
Nurse told me 5 years. She told me
5 years. Okay.
When COVID first started, I had to go to I went to when I was getting my facials, I went and got my facial, and it was a nurse. She does the dermaplanes or whatever you call it. And we talked about it, and she said that from the doctors and things that she had talked to, this is when it was first. It was 2020.
2020. March of 2020.
So this might have been no. This was about May, because it was I was surprised to be able to get in and get that appointment.
2 years.
Yeah, she told me that it would be at least 5 years before they could get it in submission. Where it was, it's still going to be out there, but she said it would take about 5 years for the economy, for everything to kind of start looking the way it used to look. And I honestly believe her, because look at this. We're going to 2020.
Well, they have another. They have another strand now from Africa. They said it's already.
Wow. So COVID has changed a lot. But I don't know. Dating is different. It's funny when you come about dating, because was it 2020 is when I had just come off of my hiatus of what, nearly 3 years, no dating, nothing. I'm ready to get back into the game, and then COVID came. I was like, I guess I gotta wait longer.
Oh, well, okay, wow.
I was like, I can start dating now. I got my mind right, you know.
Yeah.
And then COVID come along. I'm like, really?
But you know that's changed. Now people back to dating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if everybody back to date. I mean, what can you do?
Some of
You
the,
can't-
the
you
ideas
know, you
they
get-
had were really creative, though.
Yeah.
Did you do any of the, what's that, the online, the dating where like you be in your location eating and they're in their location?
FaceTime and
Did you
Skype
do
and
any
all
of
of that.
Well, I do that specifically because for me to be a homosexual male, it's kind of dangerous for me to walk up to any male that I may find attractive, walk up to you, hey, baby, how you doing, you know? And men do that to women, and women may blow them off. Even if the woman likes another woman, they still blow them off, and it's okay. But me doing that to a man, that may cause a murder or homicide or anything. So to protect myself, most gay guys have to go on a dating app to be protected. You know, if you're not meeting somewhere like a gay bar, you have to meet like that. Yeah. So yes, I do that. When I do that, you know, I usually meet people at a restaurant or the mall, or we'll park somewhere at an intersection, somewhere busy intersection, you know, because I need to see who you are first before we meet, you come to my crib or anything. So I use that a lot. You just have to know which steps to take when you're meeting somebody. You can't just tell them to come up to your crib, come on in. Nah.
We do
that as
well.
well.
That's
Starbucks
safe
and stuff
dating.
like
So
that.
Yeah.
that's what he's saying is safe dating, and that's the stuff that you were telling me when I
Yeah.
was trying to get out there and date and do stuff.
You
safe.
meet them at a restaurant. You let somebody know, or you had that
Right.
person at the it's not the same as
But
it
I,
used
you
to
know,
be.
I'll be honest, I never really even gave consideration to it from that standpoint from a man, because you think he's still a man, so you never thought
Yeah,
about it.
there's still hate crimes out there, and they
Yeah.
still are getting killed.
It's crazy people.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's really
yeah, they still.
stalkers and all kind of stuff.
But the gay population is very targeted. Transgenders,
exactly. You just
homosexuals.
have to be very
Yeah.
careful. too,
Yeah.
you know?
Yes.
And that's that way, Lynn. That's good. You know, and
Yep.
even though that 10-year relationship, I just believe, even though it didn't turn out well, you still got something out of it.
Yeah, exactly. I love them 10 years. That was fine, but you know, I should have been
Get something out of it, then I don't know what to tell you. You got to learn something, and
Yes.
you did. You
Most
got your
definitely, yeah.
life together. Yep.
Most definitely,
You
yeah.
know, so
That was
that's a
cool.
plus.
I don't regret it at all, you know, because like I said, out of the end of it, you know, I ended up getting myself together in advance, and you know, he went to prison, he's back out of prison, and he's in his mom's basement, you know, not trying to knock him, but you know, he didn't take advantage of life like I did. So, you know, see you later, deuces, you know. Hey.
Do you mentor younger men that are like openly, they come to you and they tell you that, like, you know, say they 20 and they not trying to hit on you or anything, but they want to come out to their parents or to the community?
I do. That's what I do. I try to advocate. I'm the LGBTQ liaison for the board that I volunteer with. So any of those that come in, I try to make them feel safe, as a safe haven. Or even just reach out, like if I'm looking for sponsorship or donations, I go out to the LGBTQ friendly places as a liaison to get that money or whatever. So most definitely, yes.
Okay. Man, what is your thoughts on Dwayne Wade, how he handled when his son came out at that young age?
I think he handled it well, because otherwise they would have had a runaway child. So I guess that's their way of handling it. I don't disagree with it, because you have so many kids out here that's homeless, and that's just not at home because they don't want to be accepted. Now, I think that should be what they want to do. Like he should focus more on school books and things instead of the longest weave and this, that, and the third. But I guess he's rich, so I mean, what else he got to do? But other than the way Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle is doing it, no, I don't knock them, because they just trying to let him be open instead of running away and being a runaway child on the streets, you know.
Yeah, but I'm needing his hair to be a little better though. His little hair bothers me.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, they're loose, but they got money, so I guess
He's gonna be right to me. I'd be like, now your parents got too much money for your hair to be looking like that.
Oh, I can see him buying breasts in a minute, probably getting that post-op surgery where he cut the dick open and make it into a coochie. You know, they do that too. So I can see him doing all of that. Well, when he gets of age, the way he can do it himself.
You know, didn't Sade's daughter, she
Sure did, yeah.
She became a he. I don't know what it
Yeah.
is called. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Yeah.
My ignorance. But she what is it called?
Transgender.
Yeah.
Well, Kelly, one of his daughters is like that too.
She transformed, so she's a male now. Her she's actually a handsome little thing.
Well, look who started. Her daughter. Remember when she turned into the man? Yeah, she's not attractive.
She's not attractive.
But she was one of the first.
She was the first
publicly.
Yes, they did it publicly
in that arena. I guess as a star.
As a star, yes. She was.
Well, she wasn't really a star, but a child of a star.
Right.
Yeah. Chaz.
Chaz Bono.
Chaz, that's the name. Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
She's just not cute at all.
Yes.
I recently I was telling the ladies I had met a young girl not too long ago, and she was saying that she knew early that she was gay or lesbian. She said she's like 14 years old and she knew. I think what she explained to me was what made sense was because at some ages sexuality is like, do you really know? But she said she was always attracted to females. She always got that flutter in her stomach, I guess, that you would get for boys or whatever. So that's how she knew that's what she liked. That made sense to me. I'm sorry. I'm just going to be honest. A 10-year-old having a sexual identity doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's privilege and money doing all of that there. Yeah.
I knew I was 3. When you was 3,
you had I know. So some things people, I don't know. Some people
sit down.
Just be saying something to be talking.
Yeah.
Right. Sit your
I just want to make it trucks. You better go sit down.
Well, then we got about 5 minutes before we out. I do want you to talk about the foundation that you're connected with, and if there's a website, give that information, and then also your information again. I know you said it was Twin Lynn at Facebook.
Yes, Facebook is Twin Lynn. You can reach me there, message me, do whatever you need to do to contact me. But however, we do have a website for the agency. It's www.developingkids.org. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can look on all those platforms at Developing Kids. As I stated, that's for all youth, gay, straight, whatever your gender may be. If you just are at risk, you can come there and get help. We help you get on track and stay on track. And after you are on track, we still continue to check on you so that life can continue that cycle and we can break the cycle that you're going through. As I stated, they're all free to the community. There's no cost for the participants. We do all the fundraising and things. So look us up. Even for the people that's not youth, we do parties and things to help raise money for the kids. So look out for party flyers or outside picnics and things of that nature.
Oh, awesome.
Lynn, Charlene or Charlotte behind you.
That black cat.
Saw your little cat.
On my table?
Yeah.
Oh, get down.
Look, is that Charlene or Charlotte?
That's all 3 of them. My table. Yes. Look, I usually keep my table covered all throughout the day and every day, unless it's a party or whatever. But I took it off just in case that's my backdrop. And I'm mad today on my dang on table, but I'm gonna keep it cool till the cameras go off.
You're like, hey,
you're all in the cat.
Shout out to my mom.
My whole apartment is covered in blankets. I keep blankets on the. You remember Nancy, the lady who worked at Medical Records? She taught me about cats. I keep blankets over the couches, the dining room tables, over everything until guests come over, and I take them off. That just protects them the hair and everything. Oh. But as soon as the camera go off, I'm gonna take care of them.
Sorry, Charlene and Charlotte.
Right.
Got y'all in trouble.
I had seen something walking in the back. I was like, what?
Yes.
My daddy,
and she was doing
my daddy.
She's still here, just creeping.
Like she was waving.
Right.
They want to be in. They want to be in the side.
All up in the video.
Yes. Yeah, so I thank y'all for the opportunity of letting me come on and discuss some of the challenges that homosexual men go into with dating, those of that nature. So thank you for the platform. I appreciate it.
It's a pleasure having you on the show.
Now, if somebody hit you up on Facebook Messenger saying they saw you on the show and it becomes a fruitful relationship, we'd like to know about it. I'm just saying.
Most definitely, yes. Most definitely.
Right.
Yes.
Good in your face.
Yes. Good.
Yes.
Yes. thanks to COVID, we haven't done much of that. But once the temperature changes, I'm sure we'll see more of each other. You know, I'm waiting on the cold temperatures to get out of here and get back to warm.
Right. We got a while for that.
I know.
Yes, yes.
One of our coldest winters.
I believe it. I believe it. It's cold.
I want to snow.
Yes.
Snow. Hey, if we set up a snow thing, you gonna go with us?
Most definitely. Yes.
Okay, cool. We're not gonna, but you know, we'll be up at the.
All right, Sonny Bono, he hit that tree.
We just gonna be at the.
Done, wasn't it?
Right.
That wasn't funny. That was horrible. He ran right in that tree.
That's why we're not skiing.
I just sit at the fire. Right.
Okay. We're gonna do the other activities.
Like y'all like living on the edge. I see.
We're gonna do that. So thank you again.
Thank you, Lynn.
We truly
Bye,
appreciate you and your insight.
Anytime I'm invited, just let me know. I'm welcome to come on and discuss certain topics. That's fine with me.
Sure. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
See you later.
All right. Take care of yourself now.
All right.
Bye-bye.
So we with our cat.